Hi folks, welcome. Luca at SharperTrades. Welcome to the Stock Talk Showdown with Luca. All right, so we're done with this, right? Okay, so today we're gonna talk about the indices, see what's happening, and then I'm gonna show a couple of tickers that we're following. And if any of you have questions, whether in the room or on the chat, we are going live. We are live on YouTube, on our YouTube channel at SharperTrades. So either place, feel free to post questions and comments, and we'll get to it. All right, so the S&P 500 has had a very strong, couple of months. In fact, starting from this reversal down in November, got a bounce off the 200 SMA, and the 410 has been a nice rally for months. Now is approaching the big resistance, 508, 509, having broken above the 500 price level. That's a big breakout. Now let's see if he holds. Chances are he needs to test them and confirm. So at the moment it's holding, but it's pulling back. So let's see what kind of pullback we got. Some consolidation, maybe some hammer, lower shadows, bullish engulfing, then that's all bullish. On the other hand, if we get some red candles, a weak bounce, and then another wick down, then we could see a test of 492 and then further down at the 50 SMA, which is, a possibility, because the 50 SMA is an important level that regularly market needs to test it. At the moment, there is nothing that is sending the market down. We had very positive earnings. NVIDIA was explosive and helped lift the whole market. And other companies did well too, Meta, Apple, so we are in some kind of mix, but bullish leaning conditions. Now, on the SPY, the technicals, again, are weakening a little bit. And so here, the bottom line is the 80 MA is the primary support level, and somewhere around 500, 501. Any break below that, again, expect a retest of 492 and the 50 SMA. Bottom line, as long as price remains above the 50 SMA, we are in bullish territory. This is across all indices. In fact, let's take a look at the triple Q, see what's that telling us. Triple Q, we got a double top here. And if you look at the underlying technicals down here, volume, OBV, it's weaker compared to the S&P 500. Let's do a quick switch. SPY. See, OBV above the moving average, good volume, decent, triple Q. And here, pointing down. Okay, so this in terms of volume is weakening. Money stream, still bullish as he holds above the moving average. But again, volume with regards to the Nasdaq 100 is shifting away, moving to, at the moment, is in the S&P 500. And possibly moving into the IWM Russell 2000. That's the most likely scenario, because it's the one that has been trailing behind. And those low capitalization companies have potential to make some move, at least that index. Now with the triple Q, we will need to break through 441. This is all-time high. With the next target, 451. Above that, 461 and 473. Current support here is 432, 424, 50 SMA. Again, as long as price remains above the 50 SMA, it is a bullish trend. Right? Let's take a look at the IWM. Because again, this one has been, as I mentioned, trailing behind, and now it's trying to catch up. So if you want to catch some tickers that have potential to move, this would be a place to look inside the IWM. IWM is Russell 2000. There are 2,000 companies, and you can run a scan focusing specifically on these low capitalization companies. I'm not going to do that today, but this is something you could do and see if there's some kind of patterns that trades. Like, see, these are the Russell 2000. These are the list. I could do a quick run, see if, so this is the 2000 tickers. This one, we got, let's see if there's anything with volume buzz that is pointing out. JNX, so this, yes, okay, so JNX, this was mentioned in the trading room today. SOUN, this is important. This is a swing working very well. Let's see if there's anything else that pops. And RX. Yeah, so these three, we can keep them here. Let me put 1, 2. Okay. So just from this simple search, scanning the IWM, these are some tickers that are moving. Now again, JANX, this was mentioned in the trading room today. This is a place where myself, Susan, and other 100 people come together. We discuss tickers, we day trade, swing trade, investment. It's all kind of option trading, whatever you like. Crypto trading, it's covered in the trading room. And it's a live discussion. Anyway, this was a ticker that Susan brought to our attention. And it's very important because it's breaking out above the all-time high. It was the IPO back 2021. So this one is making a strong breakout. The breakout point is 38. Now it's 47. So we're talking $9 move. That means a lot of volatility. Okay, so if you trade anything, there's a lot of volatility. You have to be aware of the risk. A lot of volatility brings a lot of profit, but also increases your risk exposure. So with these particular tickers, I like to go inside the shorter time frames. I like looking at 50-minute chart, 5-minute chart. And as I mentioned in the room, trade the 50-minute chart because this one is showing a nice pattern and big volume breakout. As you can see here, this is when it popped the all-time high, 37.99. Good consolidation. And now it looks like wants to go higher. The technicals are still bullish with the OBV above the moving average, looking at the 50-minute chart. So if I were to take this trade, I like this volume here on the breakout. I like the breakout of the all-time high. So I will place a stop at 44, half position, and then another stop below 38. Now, again, this is big risk because, again, we're talking $9. But if you risk $9, yeah, you have a potential to make $50 because this could easily go to 100. And there's a lot of possibility. So if you're okay with that kind of big swings, then this could be a good trade for you. In my case, this doesn't fit within my parameters because of the volatility, because the way it moves. So I will pass. That's the kind of reasoning and thinking you have to put behind any trading. Pressing the buy button is super easy. Once you're in, what do? You have to have a plan. And so before you press the buy button, you have to consider how this company trades in the past, the kind of volatility they has. Why are you entering? What level? What are your targets if it moves in your direction? What are your stops if it moves against your prediction? So those are all things you have to consider. And why are you trading it? So in this case, we are looking at the breakout, all-time high breakout. I like to incorporate in my analysis dark option flow, which includes dark pool activities and unusual option activities. I also include analysts to see if there are some recommendations, and occasionally I look at insiders to see what the CEOs and CFOs and are doing, if they're buying heavily, if they're selling. So this is one of them, JA and X. Okay? Next one in the list, this one, SOUN, this one has already made a move. This is a swing of ours, fantastic. We enter here. That was February 20. Was part of the Basic Plus swing trading. This is a place where I put together a plan, a trading plan for you guys. I find the ticker, I give you entry, 3 targets, and two stops. One is tight, one is loose. And so this one, the news was important with regards to SOUN. NVIDIA disclosed a stake in this company. This is an AI company. And as a result, we saw a big volume breakout here, pop, and then consolidation. This was all a good entry to here. This was a little bit volatile, but it held the support above the 80MA and the 370 level. Yesterday popped big volume, and today extending to the second target, which is 7. It's now testing the channel top. Is that a good entry? Technicals are still bullish, but because it's a channel top, it's possible that it will pull back. Now, here is another scenario. This could also be a mid-channel. Okay? So this one is breaking. Let's see where we'll fall. Yeah. So it could be a mid-channel right there. And then we have a channel top. Now, these are, again, different scenarios. Like personally, I wouldn't chase this one, again, because it's already made a big move. A strategy would be, if you really want to get a foot in, enter a small position. If you have, let's say, 100 shares, I'm just making a number of your position size, buy 30, 40, 50, right? So then you can add, if this thing pull back and gives you better entry, and if he extends, then you're in, at least partially, right? The technicals are still bullish, big volume yesterday, big volume today. So chances are, because of this volume behind the news, the energy behind it, that it will try to extend. But again, because it's already made a big move, it's a bit risky. Today is printing an indecision. So if it closes as is and tomorrow opens higher and start going up, it's bullish, especially if it remains above 690 today, opening price. If you open lower, that means it's going to come down, because wherever there is an indecision, the following day will tell us which direction they're taking it. With this indecision, if it opens lower, it will pull back and retest today low and yesterday closing price, which comes around 550. And again, this has a lot of potential still because of the news, because of what it does, AI, and the volume. It can fake volume. Market makers can make all kinds of candles, whatever they want, but they have to fake the volume. Right? They don't have much volume to make the candle. They just can make the price happen. They can fake the volume. When there is real volume, like big numbers like this is real. This is not a fake breakout. So this is all big bullish energy behind it. And if this thing keeps pressing, we're looking for 9, 11, and then this new channel top, 1340. See what happens. I like the potential of this company again being within AI. And then to remain inside these IWM Russell 2000 tickers, there's RXRX. RXRX, it's also related to the one we just saw, SOUN, because both are part of the companies that NVIDIA has invested and made the disclaimer that they have a stake in those companies. So RXRX and RAI, this one is a biotech. Also, Cathy Wood with the ARK Invest is heavily invested with this company. Also, Cathy Wood heavily invested. And this has a lot of potential. Is now testing the a resistance target at 1572. Now, the caveat here is that this one reports earnings today, 226, 227. This afternoon, as the market open, after the market closes, it will report earnings. So with earnings, you never know, it can go either direction. The technicals remain bullish. Again, the news that broke out a few days ago, NVIDIA has a stake in this company, has a lot of potential behind it. With earnings, unfortunately, can go either way. Generally, I don't recommend holding position through earnings. Sometimes I do it rarely, but oftentimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does. We had some lucky trades. LI Auto, for example, big move, 15-20% overnight, and it continues to trade. Uber was another good one. But generally with earnings, because the risk, the 50-50 is not a good bet for us. So I don't recommend holding position through earnings. Unless, with options, you have more control over it, because options, in a way, they limit your risk. So if you want to trade if you want to trade the earnings, it is better to have options other than the actual stock shares. Okay. So with the RX, again, this is one here in the Russell 2000 index, which is trying to catch up with the others. This one has potential. The targets moving forward are 1740 and 1960, 20. Every time price reaches a large level, like 10, 20, 30, 40, like those random numbers, expect some resistance. So this one is not there, so has potential to extend to the channel top, somewhere around like 20. Current support here is the 18A. So this is another one to watch. It's been breaking out above these recent highs. If you look at the entire chart, let's see, this one, IPO 2021, there was an unlucky time to launch any company. As we remember, 2021 was the all-time high, and then a big crash 2022. This one has made a triple bottom through here, suggesting a big support, solid support down at 5. But as you can see, big volatility up, down. So again, if you trade anything, always be looking at the past, how this company behaves. Now, an area to watch here is this eye. All right. So let's look at the weekly chart. This eye comes somewhere around 1675. So there will be a big resistance. And then there is another one here at 2660, this low. But this will be a big breakout point if for some reason the earnings are positive and price start moving up and breaks through the 1650 level and holds, there would be a big breakout, and we'll try to catch up some of this lost ground. Now, this one back in 2021 was trading around 43. So has a lot of potential. And again, as the AI behind it, as NVIDIA behind it, big investment, big stake in this company, Cathy Wood behind it. So there is a lot of conviction from big names behind this company. Before you invest, always do some kind of research. So, do your own research, see what the potentials are, the risks are. But this one, I like this company, and it's showing up today in our scanner, the one we just did. So the thing to consider, again, earnings, right? So this was a brief list. I wanted to show you a couple of other tickers that I had in mind. Lyft. Okay. So Lyft, a few days ago, actually a couple of weeks ago, was a breakout following earnings, and it was a swing for us on the basic plus swing idea, and the swing alert, and it worked out very well. After the breakout, reached the first target at 18, extended this high as 1940, and then did a pullback. The pullback was steeper than our stop, so we got stopped out with some profit, good profit actually. And now it's stable above the 80 MA. 3 days ago, we spotted some dark pool activities on the dark option flow, 3 million, 1588. So that's every time we see dark pool activities, that's a position of it's an institutional position. We don't know which direction. They're just placing an order, big order, 3 million. And so we have levels. If it breaks above 17 and holds, that's bullish. If it breaks below 15 and fail to recover, that's bearish. From these technicals, because it's breaking out to this level, the order was placed right around the breakout point. Again, the level was 1588. And the breakout point was somewhere around 1570. And price is currently trading above that dark pool level. This suggests bullish. But again, it will need to hold above 17 before we can get the conviction that is a bullish move, right? I do like the technicals. I like the breakout and pullback. Even though it's steeper, it's something to be thinking, because Lyft does trade like that. If you look at the history, Lyft came from, what was it, 70. When something drops from 70 to single digit, 8, you, in just what is couple of years, you have to expect big volatility. So it is reasonable to expect big moves if you trade this company. If you don't like the way they trade, then do something else. Stay away from it. Now here I'm watching those levels. Let's see. Okay, that's an important one. There. There's a double bottom there, which fell. And then there is a resistance. So we are still below this 2140 level. At some point, if price spikes through and holds that level, this has potential to recover some of this lost ground, especially also because their big competitor, Uber, has been moving up significantly. Uber was recently added to the Dow Jones Transportation, very unusual event. Generally, the Dow Jones Transportation has companies that deal with airplanes, trains, that transport cargo, that kind of stuff. Uber, very unusual, which is also pointing to the new direction, the new world, the world of ride sharing, the world, it's a new economy. And anyway, so Uber has made a significant move. This broke above the all-time high, which was here, 64. Always look back in the past and see what the chart is doing, where are the resistances, how the company behaves, so then you can plan accordingly. Now, this one was a swing for us, 64, 65. That's when we entered through here and made a nice move. Then on this pullback, we got stopped out because, you raise the stops. Hit 73 was a good profit. And then here is when I reported earnings. They announced a large buyout, like $7 billion, if I recall correctly, of a buyback program. So that's all bullish. And then the Dow Jones announcement added to the transportation. So Uber has already made a big move. Let's see if this one consolidates and then goes higher. With these kind of technicals, it does suggest so. With the next resistance 83, 88, and then the channel top at 93. See if he makes it. If you are swinging this position, if you plan the swing, the ATMA is the primary support, and then this breakout with volume low. That's 74.30, right? And the technicals are now again mixed, so it's still in consolidation. And to make the breakout move, we draw a trend line. So this one looks like it's making some kind of extended descending triangle. So if we like to break through the triangle top, which at the moment is 80, call it for 80, breakout through 80 will be a buy. Again, keep your stops in place if you plan that, the ATMA primary level, and then 74. So Uber has already made a big move. Lyft will try to catch up. Lyft does something similar. Obviously, is not as popular, used by larger number of people as Uber is, but it's within the same sector. And because of the move that Uber did, this one will try to catch up some of that. And our targets moving forward, if it breaks and hold through 17, we're looking at 18, 20, 22, 24. And then possibly 26. Earnings are behind, again, was the catalyst here with volume. So judging from this breakout with volume and the dark pool activity, these points bullish. Okay? But again, always have your trading plan with the support at the ATMA and then 15. Primary and secondary stop. Hoods was another one that we initiated the swing following earnings. Again, we were looking for a breakout level here with volume. That's when we got a pop, pull back. This was a good entry for us, somewhere around 1350, 1380, if I recall it correctly. And it moved sideways for 5 days. There was good option flow, a couple of unusual options on the dark option flow platform that I use. And so there were things pointing, option, unusual option, breakout with volume, the earning was positive. And because this company, Hood, has a large exposure to crypto, the Bitcoin has been through the roof, back above 50,000. I think today is 56,000. So all that was pointing bullish. If you look at the other companies, we are invested in Coinbase is back above, I think 200 today, 207 hit. So everything is pointing up with regards to the Bitcoin. So you have to put the pros and cons and probabilities. So in this case, the probabilities were pointing more towards bullish. A lot of probabilities were pointing towards bullish. That's what gave us the conviction to enter the position. And so far it's been working well. Hit the first target at 1470, today the second target. 1630 came brushing off, was 5 pennies shy of that. Very good. Now let's see if this one consolidates or extends. Again, I want to look at the overall chart, historic area. Okay, we'll go back. So there is a peak right there. Let's see where that lands. Yeah, okay. Weekly chart. I like to shift it between weekly chart and daily chart, sometimes even months. So 1650, right? 1650, let's go like this. Okay. So that's the resistance now, and I'm expecting price to stall there for a little bit. But eventually, if it breaks through and holds, there is a little bit of a low here. That's 1708. So expect some resistance between 1650 and 1720 level. Eventually, if you push through and holds, this also has a lot of potential because this one came down very heavily. There was a big excitement following the IPO. This thing went to 80, 85 in fact, and then down to single digits with a big base. What was it? 7, somewhere around 7. Huh? So Hood is now testing a big resistance, 1650. Let's see if he's able to break through and go or does a pullback. If he does a pullback, we are now tightening stops. 15, what did I say? 1530, and then yesterday low. And if you want to risk more, again, use the ATMA as the trigger point. So as long as price remains above the ATMA, pullbacks are normal. Use it as a gauge for your trend. As long as it remains above it, stay long. If it breaks below the ATMA and doesn't recover, that's the time to exit the position. Now it's easy for a lot of people, and I put myself into this box, when there is a losing position, to hold on to the losing position. And sometimes there's a place, especially if you trade options and you have expiration that can go into the future several months or a few weeks, then you have some time. When price, however, is bullish, there is the tendency to exit too soon, right? A lot of people fall into this category. And again, I put myself also into this one because sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, this is a big resistance. What do I do? Right? So have a plan, stick to the plan. If you don't take profit, nothing wrong to take profit. If you leave some on the table, nobody likes to leave money on the table, but it does happen. Now, one strategy to utilize is to, if you're good where the price is at, like in this case, 1630, exit half position, take some off. I'm happy with that, right? And then if he extends, you have a foot in and price extends. If it does pull back, you still have a partial position. Maybe you consider a re-entry. If price holds the support, if price continues to remain above the ATMA, you believe in the company, you believe in the momentum, or the company shows you that it has momentum, then those are all scenarios to consider. Now, Wood, again, I expect the price to go higher, most likely test 20. That's, again, a big level, and we have rounded numbers, 10, 30, 40. And So I expect price to go all the way up there. But again, 17, there's a big resistance. And so this is another one that we've been trading. And ON, this is another swing of ours, which we initiated a few days ago for a couple of reasons. There was the same breakout, yeah? And then volume, falling earnings, with a pullback. And then there was dark pool activity. Again, I always watch for dark pool activities, unusual option flows, and the platform I use is Dark Option Flow, darkoptionflow.com. Check it out. And this one was showing breakout, positive earnings, dark pool activity. The dark pool activity we spotted was 3180, 1.2 million, 3180. So step back, the breakout point here was 32. So it was around that level. And so we initiated the swing right through here. It's been holding nicely, and now it's moving up. The OBV above the moving average, money stream is above the moving average. So we have underlying technicals, bullish, OBV and money stream, volume, right? We have dark pool activity, we have a breakout on the price. So these all points bullish. The earnings are behind, or at least this, I'm not sure if this is correct. I believe the earnings is behind. Always double check, because we have just past the earning season. Most earnings are behind us, but always check the earning dates. TC2000, which is the platform I use, has earnings, but they're not always accurate. Oftentimes they are. They don't tell you if it's before market open, after market open, but generally the date that they give you is the same or very close. Like, for example, RX, the one we saw earlier, this one reports earnings today, the 27 post-market. So this is 1 day off, right? So always do double check. If you plan to enter any position, if you have a position, always see when are the earnings. Because again, earnings provides a great potential for profit, but also great risk exposure. And it can be in either direction. So it's always better to be prepared. If you walk into the fire and you know that there's going to be fire, at least you are prepared. Maybe you have some water, right? And generally, I don't hold position through earnings. It's just the 50-50 doesn't pay out oftentimes. Anyway, ON, lots of potential, is breaking out, currently working for us as a swing. I'm looking for 35.50, 38, and 40.50. This one broke the $30 price level. It's a breakout, and the $40 price level is much higher, so there's potential for a good move on this one. And the support we're using the ATMA, and then the 3180, basically where the dark pool activity was spotted. And then finally, I have to show you another one. PUBM. PUBM was mentioned today by one of our members in the trading room. This one reported earnings, strong action. I can't see everything. I only have 2 eyes. I'm watching variety of screens. So that's the beauty of the trading room. We have more eyes on the ball. And Susan and all the other members, they're suggesting, hey, what do you think about this? Check this out. This is moving. So more eyes on the ball help us to trade together and have more control over what's happening, at least visually. Now, PUBM, I never heard of this company, but today reported earnings is doing a breakout with volume, quite a bit of volume, 2.8 million. If I look back in the history, the volume that this company trades is not a lot, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. It's decent. I do like the breakout of these recent highs here around 17. And then if we step back in June, July, it's also breaking out above this big bundle of tension. That's a key breakout. And if we draw some trend line, let's see. So this thing came down from 76 down to 11, so a lot of volatility. Let's see if we draw some trend line where this one lands. We'll go differently. Right, go like that. Okay. So breakout confirming good volume. The catalyst today for the breakout is the earnings, and at the moment is printing a spinning top. That's an indecision. So with the spinning top, it's expected to move sideways. Let's see if he makes a pendant, or if he breaks above today high, 2180, 22, it will try to go higher, looking for 24, 26, 28. Again, remember, this came from 70 plus, so has a lot of potential to recover the lost ground. And if some of the members in the trading room are planning for a swing, the support is 20 and 19. So super simple. A tight stop is 20, a more loose is 19, basically today low. And then the potential is much higher. We're looking for risk, let's see, $2 to make 3, 6, 9, right? So there's it will pay out if price start moving in the right direction. And if it doesn't, the risk is controlled. Now there is a gap. Every time there is a gap in the chart, price will try to fill it. In this case, the gap, if price breaks below today low, it will try to fill this gap down to 17. So we're talking again $2 risk. That's why I keep the stop at 19. I like this consolidation breakout. And again, stepping back, this is the important level I'm watching, this breakout level, the high 2005. Yeah, 2005. So 20. Again, rounded number. Use the level as at this moment as a big support. Right? So this is another company I wanted to show you. Guys, do you have any questions? Yes, definitely. So I see some people commenting on the chat. Thank you for the contribution. Those of you in the on the Zoom, if you guys have any question, post it in the chat, and I'm happy to. If you have any charts you want me to look at, things that you have been wondering, is this a good buy? Is this what's the levels here? Type it in the chat, both on YouTube or the Zoom level, the Zoom platform, and I'll be happy to take a look at. In the meantime, let's take a look at another one. Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line reported earnings today. Earnings, again, is a big catalyst. Price moves sideways and then collapse. Price moves sideways and then breaks, right? So the longer is the consolidation, the bigger is the move when it happens, when it breaks either to the upside or downside. In this case, this one has been struggling. Cruise companies, not so great. There was a big rally here in December. There was generally, the holiday time. People take cruises and go places, and then a big drop. Now, this one, interesting enough, is moving above the 50 SMA. So the earnings have been able to break through a big resistance, the blue line. Let's see if this one gets some follow through. It's possible, as long as price remains above the 50 SMA, which currently comes around 18. Right? So that's the level that we'll need to hold. And if it sticks above it and start moving up, the next resistance is 20, rounded number, big resistance. And then above that, we're looking for 22 and 24. Support is the 50 SMA, and then today low. If you want to risk more, further down, we got the 80 SMA. All right, let's see. There's a question. Okay, Omrai, thank you for the question. So I use a variety of indicators. Generally, to keep it super simple, moving averages, every platform should have moving averages. You don't want to use a lot. I just use 3 main ones, which is the 50 SMA, the blue line, the 200 SMA, the red line. Let's see, there's one right here. And then the ATMA, the orange line. Let's see. Oh, maybe this one you can see it better. Okay, so those are the lines I use. The red 200, the blue 50 SMA, both are simple moving averages, and then the orange line, that's the ATMA. And then I also add a few others. The purple line, that's the 34 EMA. The gray line is the 21 SMA. And then the green line, that's the 3 EMA. Those are less common. But if you stick with these three, 8 EMA, 50 SMA, and 200 SMA, that covers a good part of the basic moving averages you need to have on your chart. One is for the short term, mid term, long term. 8 EMA short term, 50 SMA mid term, 200 SMA long term. And then I use volume indicator. Every chart should have volume indicators because that's how you see. I don't like volume or charts that they show no color. The color is important because how else you're gonna know if it's more sellers than buyers or more buyers than sellers? Like here, if this chart, this volume bar was, I don't know, blue, I don't know, what is that? Or everything is red, yeah, everything looks like a sell. So you want to have an indicator to give you volume, the specific color. Now this one, when you have a big volume breakout, this up bar, it's green, it's bullish, generally. Not always, but generally it's the case. So I use the volume, I use the OBV. Most charts will have the option OBV. Not every chart has it, but it's a very basic OBV. For me, is this green line. And I combine it with a moving average. If you can overlay two indicators, I use the OBV and the moving average 25 together in this plot right there. And then I use money stream and also moving average. That's also available. Most platform have it. And balance of power is only available through TC2000. It's very useful. It gives you, like in this case, when it's yellow, it's mixed. When it's green, it shows more bulls are in control. Balance of power, more bullish. Right? But this is not as needed. It's useful, but if your chart doesn't have it, it's not the end of the world. And then I use dark option flow in my case, a platform that gives me access to unusual option activities, dark pool activities. Let me see if I have it up there. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Oops. So this is the platform I use. I can see these are unusual options. I can see dark pools. Yeah, you see. So this is the platform I use. This is darkoptionflow.com. Yeah, so hope that helps. Repeat, please, the usage of indicators and what we use. VWAT. Okay, so the indicator I use 8 EMA, 50 SMA, 200 SMA. The VWAP, that's for intraday. So I'm always looking at the daily chart for analysis of the trend. And then I want to go inside the 1 minute chart, 15 minute chart, whichever. The 1 minute chart. For day trading, I use the 1 minute chart. The VWP is this dotted line right here. And if you day trade, that's the level to watch. For example, what did we day trade today? Okay, JANX. Okay, so JNX, 1 minute chart, the VWP is this dotted line. Every chart has this indicator. I only use it for day trading. I don't use it when I do swing trading analysis, looking at daily chart or weekly chart, that kind of stuff, right? And that level will change. This is true for any indicator. If you go from the 1 minute chart to the 15 minute chart, the price level of that particular indicator will change accordingly, right? But again, if you day trade, use the 1 minute chart. If you swing, use the daily chart. Yes, VWP, right? Okay, let's see. Any other questions regarding a ticker? Do you guys have a ticker you want me to look at? Okay, think about it. Let's see. Some of you have showed interest in Carvana. Carvana is a swing idea. Carvana is a swing idea that it's extremely volatile, so it's always, a lot of potential, but also a lot of risk. It broke out 3 days ago, falling earnings, printed an indecision. Now here with indecision, he opened lower. However, there was no lower shadow. Like he opened at 67.24, small lower shadow, went down to 67, then immediately went up. So only a few penny difference from the opening price and the low price. Rally to 77, then pull back. Today is breaking out. This one currently, as the swing idea is working, we had a support at the 66 secondary level. And here, this one is moving well. I saw some dark pool activity, some unusual options with targets 90, strike price 90. So there's chances it will go there. The catalyst is huge. History, if you step back, Carvana came from triple digits, 350 down to 3. When you have that kind of move, it's like, you can expect hurricane speed move, right? So this one has a lot of potential. And again, I'm expecting price to go to 90. That's the next target. Above that, 88, 98, and then the triple digit 100. Current support, those that they've already are trading this one, 76, the breakout high point, right? And then if you notice more today low. Okay. No, not future trading. I don't do that. People like it. I do swing trading using stocks. I do some option trading. I'm starting to learn more about it, use them more, and I find it very useful. And then investing. So those are the things we do. All right. Any questions before we break? I'd like to show you a couple of things that we use. So we are from SharperTrades. We have a variety of programs if you like to join us. We have the option income, option basic, and option pro from Cal. You can go to SharperTrades and join that. Technical trading, we have stock investor, block orders, basic plus, trading room, and then bundles for option alerts and option pro. So go visit SharperTrades and join any of the product you like. We have a variety of, I think it will, but might not be, like he's asking, do you think Carvana will hit triple digit? I think it will. When? I don't know. 90 and 100 are the targets I'm looking for. 90, 98, and then eventually 100. Let's see when it gets there. So yeah, check it out. Check SharperTrades. We have a bunch of products and programs for your training journey, whichever it is. If you like options, if you like cryptos, if you like trading room, day trading, swing trading. Hope this was a useful experience for you today, guys. And yeah, check it out. SharperTrades.com. If you click on any of these links, we'll give you access to a very discounted price, $1 for the first month, $9, depending on the product. But yeah, you can get a taste of what Cal, Luca, Susan, what we do here at SharperTrades. All right, folks, thank you for watching today. Enjoy the rest of your day and week, and we'll see you in future events. Thank you, guys.